Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
We have plenty interesting headlines on the sporting newspaper today. And okay, sir, we'll be starting with Manchester United. Fernandes has been confirmed as the new captain of Man United after Harry Maguire is being stripped of his captain armband. What do you have to say to
Well,
this,
that has
sir?
been that has been the expectation for a long time now. Because we believe even a blind man knows that Fernandes is the next captain of Manchester United. And as long as when the game was there, he was not even offered a captainship armband as one of the longest serving player. When it was stripped off of when Maguire was not even playing as of last season. But at the end of the day, it was given to Fernandez. So that has been the expectation of whatever the expectation. Now, Fernandez has been declared as the next Manchester United captain. Yes, it's a welcome idea. He has the charisma. But what my little advice to him is that the way he argues with refs at times, there should be a reduction. Are you getting me? There should be a reduction of whatever he's as in excessiveness. Are you getting me? So let him reduce it. So what we are saying in essence is that let him reduce the way he acts in the field. He's a very nice player and that captainship quality is there. I wish him all the best and I'm very, very happy for him.
Okay, sir. Another one on the newspaper is Mitrovic is furious with Fulham as Fulham continue to reject a big offer from Saudi from Al Hilal. An offer of 30 million, 40 has been rejected. So Mitrovic is very much ready for the move, but Fulham continue to decline his chances of joining the Saudi Arabian club.
All our advice him that let him take it easy. The club owes him. Nobody's a bigger. We are not a player. Is not a big. It's not bigger than the club. We should take it easy. Gradually, the right offer will come, and I assured him that they were going to leave him to go. But Fulham, my advice to Fulham is that let them allow him to go because you look at the bargains, you look at how many value, what have you achieved with the player, what has you have achieved a lot of things with the player, and how much did you buy the player for how many seasons? Has the player giving you how many times has the player giving you whatever you need as a player? He has given you whatever you needed as a player. Now it's time for you. If I were them, I would sell him out. 30 to 40 million pounds is a good business for somebody at the age of Mitrovic, who's almost 33 years. So I advise him and I advise them they should let him go because the money we are not talking about 30 million pounds here. We are talking about 30 to 40 million pounds. You get? So if I were them, I will allow him to go because for so many years he has been there for long and he went there with them to the relegation flop and he brought them back again. So they have achieved whatever that is achievable with that young man. So if I were them, I will allow him to go.
All right, okay. Thank you for that. Abia State government continue to rule out the reapplying of Kano and Finidi George as the sporting director of Enyimba FC and coaching staff. What do you have to say?
He did not do what?
They do not want to reapply Finidi George and Kano for the coaching job for Enyimba
They
FC.
want to dismiss them, right?
Yes.
You see, if you look at Finidi George and Kano, Finidi George was the one that gave you the victory. Just the MPFL that just finished off recent. Finidi George gave you whatever you needed as a coach. Your first MPFL for how many years now? And somebody like what's his name, Kano Anko, was enrolled as the next chairman after they dismissed somebody like Mr. Anyaso. Yes, this is what you call the reunion. Two different players that plays in the same club for years back that carried the same Champions League with Ajax, coming together to become, as in coming together, there's a reunion between the two players from the same club for some years, coming together again to become the management of their own states. Well, our advice the state government of Abia State, give them that chance. This is a unique, the people, two friends coming together to become the coach and the manager and the chairman of your team. I believe it will work out well. It will work well for them. So if I were the governor of Abia State, I will allow them to go in. They are not even coming into your state to become the management or the chairman of a team because of money. But they are doing it because of the love. Kanuanko is from Abia State, you know that. But he grew up in Imo State. He is not personally doing it because of the money. And you know this young man has made it all. He has gotten the money. The wealth is there. So for him, being Kanuanko, to have decided to become the next chairman of your state football association, why not give him the chance? He's gonna, even the younger football generation will learn from them. Once he's the chairman, they will say, "Ah, wow, this is a legend in Nigerian football. I would like to be like him. I would like to achieve whatever he has achieved." So our advice,
There will be a great impact.
and there'll be an impact in a team because these are people who have played in the highest level in European football and national team as at large.
Okay, so thank you for that. The Nigerian national team remain unmoved on the new FIBA World Ranking. We stay at the stage of 39 currently. Do you think we have been lacking in the national level because we are winning games recently? Why are we still at the 39th
I
position?
said it earlier, we are lacking behind. Meanwhile, our players are doing well in Europe. It's because of lack of good management. The coach is very, very good. The coach is not very, that's we don't have a good coach. Pesiro, I don't. What is his achievement in European football? What has he achieved, even as a player and as a coach? If I were these people, I would send him packing. This man is earning about 70 million pounds or £1,000 a week. Slash his money, and the same man said to you that even if he should slash his money to £40,000, that he will be very, very happy to see that he continues with that. But you ask yourself, for somebody like that to have said such thing, it means that he's getting a lot momentum in Nigerian national team. But there's no impact ever since this young man came into Nigerian football. This man has not been doing anything. There's no achievement. There's no achievement in Nigerian football. Are you getting me? Look at, even if I were them, I would go for a local coach. But this young man, the same man you have been paying a huge amount of money, look for a local coach, pay him such amount of money, you find out that Nigerian national team will be moving. We have a lot of good good players out there in European football. But what Osimhen is here, Chukwueze is here, Kalu is here, Moses Simon is there. Look at this guy that play for Nottingham Forest. All of them playing in the top European clubs, and you are watching them on a daily basis. But what is going on with our Nigerian football? There are the segregation is as much as anything. They don't give the right individuals a chance to express themselves in Nigerian football. Now, Pesiro, ever since he took over as a national team coach of this country, I have not seen any impact. There's no impact. Super Eagles is one of the. Do you know that some years back, 20 to 30 years ago, if the national Super Eagles are playing, you'll be very, very delighted that you have to even travel from here to Ikeja, that you want to watch football. That I want to watch. That I want to watch their national team. But what is going on now? Nigerians prefer to watch club football than national team now because there's no entertainment. Do you know that after the Samba boys in Brazil, Nigeria are the next that plays good football in Europe, even in African football. But what is going on now? We don't have the management. The coach is not even good. The experience is not there. There's no tactics. If you as somebody that is not even a coach, when you are watching Nigerian football, you find that there's no tactics. It's not even giving you much joy and happiness that you are watching football. There's no difference between the training that is being played in most of the streets, either in Agege or anywhere part of Nigeria. But these are people that call themselves professionals. These are people that earn millions upon millions of naira every week. But because of lack of management, lack of coach, and another problem we are having in Nigerian football. Okay, Nigeria happens to be number one in Africa then, even very close to more than that 30 in the world. But the so-called government of Nigeria are coming into sports Every senator has his own personal player he's bringing into the national team. Every senator, every member, House of Reps, a governor has his own player he's imposing on the national team coach. And it's not supposed to be so. Wash your hand off. We have the burden that is starting with the responsibility of doing all those things. Let them be the burden that should be given the right to go in existence, putting the national team in order. But what are we seeing? We are seeing a situation whereby the national team is being ruled and controlled by most individuals that call themselves politicians, and it's not supposed to be like that. Why is it? Why is it that you find out that most of these European countries are excelling? Once you have equipped that this is the body that has been solely with the responsibility of what? Equipping your national team. You give them that everything they needed. Allow them to be on the body on himself. It's a safe body. But what are we seeing? We are seeing a situation whereby the country is as bad that even a local government chairman will have to tell the national team coach that he has a player that is very, very good. Bring him to the national team. At the end of the day, you find out that even a boy that plays at one of the schools in Lagos here is of better use than that particular player. So Nigeria will continue to go last. Even very soon, there will be 45 in the world if care is not taken because of if they fail to sack this Pesiro. I'm not seeing anything good coming out of this Nigerian football.
Okay. We don't really want Nigeria at 45, but we'll take that to action. So yesterday, David Beckham declares that Lionel Messi is the GOAT and better than Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, as you dey here now, make I speak am with our Nigerian pidgin English. Nobody go talk say mama soup no sweet. If you really want to crop as in brought in the rot of Lionel Messi, let him open up his mouth and say Lionel Messi, Cristiano Ronaldo is a better player than Messi. Then you find out that whatever he needed as a player, whatever he needed as the owner of, whatever he needed as an Inter Miami player will not be given to him as a player. Oh, he will not see the best of Lionel Messi. But for these are football strategies. Believe me, tomorrow let's find out that Messi decided to leave Inter Miami to another club and he decided to buy Ronaldo. He also tell you that Ronaldo is the best player. The same thing goes with most of these players. This very minute you see a player scoring goal and kissing a club badge, the next time he's in another club kissing that same badge. That is to tell you that most of these people are not, if you call them prostitutes, they are more than prostitutes in football. You cannot expect David Beckham to tell you that Ronaldo is better than Messi. Honestly, it will not augur well with the standard of whatever he needed from Messi. Messi will not give him whatever he wants. Messi will only give him the little as in expected of him as a goal. Greatest of all time, he called Messi. Ronaldo was also brought to replace him as our number 7 at Manchester United. Now, I remember the same David Beckham once said that Ronaldo is a delight to watch in Man U when he was at Old Trafford. Ronaldo has replaced me quite okay and quite well. But what are we seeing? We are seeing a situation whereby these people are nothing but they are ashawo. Now ashawo na they be prostitute. That's what most of these players are. Most of these managements are. They are not saying the truth. Tomorrow, let Messi leave that team. He will find out that he's having an issue with him. I remember when Ronaldo left Manchester United to a place like Madrid. He said his dream club was to play at Madrid. The contract lapsed. They sold him to Juventus. Juventus decided to sell him to Man U. He was supposed to. He boarded a plane, the private jet, traveling to Manchester for a medical. Then Ferguson called him and why will you leave? Why will you go to an opposite club? Went to Manchester and they interviewed him that very day. He said, "This is my home." And then you have forgotten the fact that the same person that called Manchester his home was the same person that was going to an opposite club, a neighboring club called Manchester City. If not because of the way he has the respect he has for somebody like Ferguson. Because in the world of football, he said Ferguson is my second father. Because my father died at a tender age. My father was a drug addicted man, a drunkard, something like that. But somebody like Ferguson took me as a son pampered me as anything. Today, Ferguson is like a father to me. Why did you forget the father? This is a father to you, and he's still a legend in Man U, being Ferguson. And you decided to have a phone call from Juventus and you're going to Manchester United, Manchester City. That is to tell that most of these players are not honest. Honestly speaking, but you don't blame them. Football is all about business. That is why you found out that most of the players are flying in from European countries to Saudi Arabia. And never a lot of players whom you didn't expect are traveling from Europe to Saudi to Midland East because of what monetary level, monetary factors. You don't blame them. Some of them have never for once seen such huge amount of money. That is why most of them are moving because it's for a lifetime. The life of a footballer, if you didn't manage your resources very well, look at what happened to Abu Dhabi. Today is as poor as anything. One of the legends in Arsenal is as poor as anything. What? So you have to manage your resources very well so that tomorrow you won't be able to regret it.
Okay, thank you, sir. Then lastly, the Super Falcon kickstarted their campaign yesterday with a draw against Canada, and the match was very interesting, and they were very good. Do you think this tournament they have the full capacity to go further? Then Aisha Oshuola, there's a rumor people have been talking that she has not been performing well for the national team compared to what she plays in the club side. Do you think Oshuola has always been neglecting her full duty in the national team compared to what she plays at
When
Barcelona?
you look at most of these African players, both male and female, that's the problem they are having. Do you think that Salah is performing very well in their national team? No. The only player I saw that is much more inactive in their national team is somebody like Mane. But when you are talking about Oshola, this is one of the best African players so far that plays in one of the best leagues so far that have achieved almost more than every female footballer in the world. But what is happening? We have a problem. The problem we are having is that they give it all to their national to their club side than their national team. Why? You don't blame them. Africans, once you are injured, you seem to be forgotten. I have so many players that have been injured for long. Even Osimhen. Osimhen was injured in his first national team call-up. He was injured in their national team here in Benin. Osimhen suffered for months. He seems as if he has been forgotten. But at the end of the day, what happened? Osimhen went back to Napoli, and the doctors in Napoli treated him, and Nigeria are flying him back to him again in their national team. So it's not fair. The reason why most of them doesn't give it all to their national team is because they are not giving them that enabling environment to showcase and express whatever they want. Even if you are injured, they forgot you. Even if somebody injured you, it's a problem. Now, what will you do? At the end of the day, you find out that you are suffering. And believe in me, clubs are give them much more money. This is a place where you play week in, week out. But at the end of the day, whereby you are injured, another person is waiting to take over your position as a player. So that is why you don't play most of these African players. What they are after is what they are after is just to play in their to play in their club side because that is where they achieve much more financial muscle capital than the national team, where you seem to be forgotten after a slight of injury. Once you are injured in your national team, forget it. You are gone and you are gone forever. So, but let them come up with something. Yesterday, I was very, very much happy for them. They draw with Canada, and Canada, I think, is one of the host country with Australia. It's a welcome idea for you to go to a host country and even draw and even beat them or draw. Remember, another second of our best player was not even in the field of play. Ajibade that plays for Atletico Madrid. We pray that the next time, the next outing will be a very good outing for them. But another thing I would advise the coach, let him go and work on his finishes. The finishes touches are very, very bad. They play very well. Once they get to the 18, it's a problem. Are you getting? If not, we're supposed to have beaten these people 3-4-0. But they should work on. He should work on it. I respect one Dromelo, the squad he went with. By the time the two suspended players are coming in, the national team will gear up and we find out that we are going to qualify to the next level.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you very much.
Yes, sir. So that's all we have on the sports newspaper. We're talking about all the interesting headlines here on the Nation Sporting Live, and there's nothing more to touch again. So please like, share, then subscribe to our channel. Thank you.